I am my imaginary friend. We attempt to offer you shoestring theater at its very finest. Shoestring theater is not the easiest kind of theater to do for a number of reasons. You pull together from so many different directions people who just want to put on a production for the sheer love of doing it. And it has its advantages and disadvantages. The advantage is that we can do whatever we want and no one's going to be telling us what to do. The disadvantage is we don't get a lot of the advantages that other people get because they're doing it while being told by lots of other people what to do. But this is a play that I wrote originally a couple years ago as a one act. And we did it here first, and then we did it in Kansas City. And I try to write at least one play a year, and I was going to do that this year, and it was suggested to me that the one act version could maybe be longer. And I'm very grateful to Karen over there for suggesting that to me because she saved me about 6 months of writing a new play. I just had to go back and look deeper into what already existed and see the possibilities that she innately saw. Of course, I still had to write it, but so I'm very grateful to Karen for that. And I guess that's all there is to it. Without further ado, we hope you enjoy our production. And thank you again for coming.
You are watching a film noir classic, Possessed, starring Joan Crawford. Joan is not well. If one is rushed to a hospital, stat, ultimately to a psycho ward, one is not well. If one is seen in a shocking fashion, no makeup, dowdy dress, roaming the Edward Hopper streets of LA, chances are very good one is not well. Time for close observation. What is Miss Crawford's problem? Anyone? She cannot tell reality from illusion, truth from a lie. But what has caused this? She thinks that reality itself is a complete lie, or at best not what it seems. You see, I have this problem. Oh, no, not as chronic. I've never been strapped to a gurney or anything like that, but something in Possessed just feels like home to me. You see, I teach film how to appreciate it. I always look forward to my film noir class. This genre rules my life. None of the standard stuff, none of the crime, the sex, the passion, the victim of circumstance, fate. No, none of that. Something based in Possessed. Something existential.
Dinner, honey. I'll get Dad.
You see, if I was more typically gay, I'd have more in common with the MGM musicals. Gotta dance, gotta dance.
I'll get Dad.
Uh,
Honey!
not me. No. I'm much more into the American hard-nosed black and white.
Come on, big guy. You'd think he'd have one other interest in life besides movies.
He has one major interest. That landed him a teaching position. He doesn't work a job he hates. He doesn't try to distract himself by doing community work. He seems perfectly fine to me, dear.
Dinner with Mom and Dad every Sunday like clockwork. But this time, it'll be different.
Don't talk to the audience while we're eating.
They're miming, dear.
Oh,
My parents are odd. Cheery, but odd. They don't like to waste words. Everything that needs to be communicated is stated. But nothing is as important as what's not being said. This is what's not being said.
was your day as dreary as mine?
Like he has to ask. Oh, I just hate that my life is overshadowed by this, I don't know, I hate to say circus atmosphere, but I guess that's exactly what I mean. Circus! And you?
Makes me miserable.
Horrible, isn't it?
Just terrible.
Oh, sucks.
Big time.
Yes, a team. The frickin' frack of mental distress. And people thought we had nothing in common. How wrong the masses are.
Now, why did we get married?
Oh, who remembers? Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Here he comes. Sorry, draws a blank. Just like our post-wedding days.
Now, we had our moments.
Oh, sure we did. And I enjoyed the both of them. We have two fine sons, even if one is inadvertently missing.
Well, that's a nice way to put it.
Pray you're never discouraged.
Touche, Mother.
Thank you.
You know, we'd go on like that. The tone. Mom would talk about her patients. She was a nurse. Dad would talk about his carpentry business and his charity projects. Comfortable conversation. Good conversation. A Hallmark card. Adrift in dark water. They would talk about anything at all, as long as it didn't involve talking about themselves. And yet, I heard it. Something lurking underneath. I kept envisioning Mom and Dad in film noir. In
Dun, dun, dun.
the big W's.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm leaving you.
From the looks of it, I'm leaving you.
Always the quick retort. The bon mot. The smart guy.
Not that smart, I married you.
Which is why I need this.
You could just leave. But what would that get you? One more mess of mine to clean up, just what you've always complained about?
Oh, tough guy.
Tough stains, think of the cleaning bill.
Oh, you! You!
Dun, dun, dun.
Who are you? What are you? Where did it go wrong? When? And why?
Dun, dun, dun.
Ah, yes, it had to happen sooner or later. The 5 big W's. Not just hiding there in plain sight, but waiting to be explained, like tarot cards on the table.
You could read me those tarot cards. Isn't it all right there in those ornate illustrations, preordained? They say tarot doesn't lie.
And how do you know I don't?
But,
And even if I told you the truth?
yes,
Nobody wins in a house of cards.
Dun, dun, dun.
Knock it off. Okay, mister. Go for broke. Forget the cards. Forget the questions. You used to know how to make me forget.
I did used to know, didn't I? Twice.
We learn by what we see. But what if we don't know what we're seeing? Our family gives us the roadmap for the world. What the roads we read are the roads we take. My roads had dead ends, and they kept finding them. I always found them, until Mom stepped in.
Identity?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what kind of talk is that?
It's my kind.
And you think something like that begins at home?
It doesn't?
Look, Daniel, you took a good look at what surrounded you. You made a decision to either learn from it or move on, or become a victim. It seems to me that you made the right decision. We don't choose family.
Victim? Victim of what? What is wrong with our family?
We're not one of the lucky ones.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do you mean? We're not unique. Don't make a fuss. We're just garden variety.
Garden variety what? Shrubbery?
Family,
Okay.
of course. But I'm not the one to talk to about this.
Why not? You're my mom.
Oh, as if that matters.
You're half of who I go to for my answers.
I don't have it.
You don't have what?
Objectivity.
You can't see the facts the way they are?
I can't. I can't see things the way you do. Oh, where you are, you seem perfectly fine. But you have these bigger questions in life. Oh, you just feel like you need to tie everything up in this perfect little knot, you know, and have everything perfect. So you can say, aha, here it is. It all makes perfect sense.
Mom, what is wrong with wanting to tie everything together so I can say, aha, it all makes perfect sense?
Because it doesn't make perfect sense. You know, Daniel, you live a lifestyle I know very little about.
And I'm completely okay with being gay.
I'm happy for you, okay? I really am. I'm proud of you. Some suffer and you don't.
Mom, how I live and how I learned about life in this family are tied together in a way I don't understand.
Maybe I can help.
Oh, good, because I have these
I
questions,
know,
Mom.
I know doctors.
Oh, mother, a shrink! Oh.
Not because there's anything wrong with you. It's just that you're standing too close to the painting. And I'm standing there with you, so I can't be of any help. We're both seeing, we're standing there looking at Surratt's dots, smack paired together. He's your favorite artist, isn't he?
Yes, you would take two dots and you'd bring them together and to create a new color.
Very clever painter.
And that's what I need. I need the dots to come together. I need that new color.
I know you do, honey, and I will call in the morning. You'll get perspective. I'll call the doctor in the morning. Give Mom a hug.
Oh, Mom, it's too tight. Oh. When there's something inherently wrong at home, you don't always go for the jugular. Especially when you don't know where the jugular is at. So what do? You internalize. You somehow believe the problem is within you. And to find reason. You know, I really kind of have to wonder, how many good good shrinks there are in this country. Maybe I just got a bad one. And the one I got looked way too much like Dad than I would have cared for. I mean, seriously. And he kept thinking to get to the root of the problem and repeat after me.
He said,
I know what it's like to be dead.
I know what it's like to be dead.
I know what it is to be sad.
I know what it is to be sad.
And he's making me wish that I never was born.
And he's making you feel like you've never been born.
It would go on like that. Sure, offended about personal things, but in the end, when you realize you can talk about yourself, by yourself, stop going. I can almost hear the first voicemail message coming on.
You canceled your appointment. I hope you're okay. But then again, if you were, why would I be calling? Please reschedule.
I almost did, and at the last second, I skipped again.
I saw your name was still in the appointment book, so thinking you were on your way, I entered our room.
Our room?
But my secretary has peeked in to say that you have, in fact, canceled again. Analysis, as you can imagine, is a journey embarked on by two, not one. Without you here, I have no roadmap. Worse, without you here, I have no idea where we're going. But your absence does seem to imply that your needs are not being...
Oh my God, he's not going to go there, is he?
But what about my needs? Think about it.
You know what? I did think about it. Let's see that again in film noir. Me and the shrink in
Dun, dun, dun.
double intensity. All right. Well, I'm here for my appointment.
And you think coming back is that easy?
No. Easy doesn't jump out with a gun like that.
So easy, right? To take up residence in someone else's mind, to get comfortable, familiar, and to come back and find a vacancy sign?
Look, it was my mom's idea, okay? Just
It was all my mom's idea. Oh, sure, go all Oedipal on me.
I am not going all edible on you.
Promise?
Mm-hmm.
Now that one I wouldn't want.
Again with the gun!
Why do you do this to me?
Do what to you?
Make me your plaything, and then just disappear. Why do you torture me like this?
Okay, how should I torture you? You don't want to do this.
Then talk to me.
Okay. I want to get to the bottom of the truth.
Luckily, that could take years. You excite me. I see a supermarket of damaged goods.
Cripes. Okay. You know what? I'll call you. We'll talk, okay? We'll talk. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day. Yes. Oh, my God. All right. You know, if I was civil, coached into having dissociative identity disorder, and I had 16 different personalities, one of me might have returned. I moved on.
When there are two boys in the family, the younger one tends to be the older one's opposite. His brother would take things at face value without having to have much explanation, but not him. No, he was voraciously inquisitive. Would ask me what everything was, what everything meant. He would either tire me out or make me laugh. One time he actually asked me, "Mom, where does a fart come from? And why does Bugs Bunny wear a dress? And why is our house so full of silence?" I don't remember how I answered that one. One time we were watching a movie, one of my favorites, Mildred Pierce. It's about this woman who will do anything, just about anything, to win her ungrateful daughter's love. Awful child, bad seed. Slaps her own mother. And I think it was at that slap he said, "Mom, why do most families fail? Is it because there's so much lying to keep everything so that no one knows what's going on? So much silence?" I remember how I answered that one. I said, "Honey, I don't know what happens in most families." And we just kept watching the movie. I don't think we spoke another word.
And the truth shall set you free was not sewn into a sampler to be hung on the living room wall with birds, grapes, and vines. So what do? You rationalize. And I rationalize that one could find the truth in a relationship based on love and trust. But in order for one to do that, one would have to brave the dating game. Oh my. Well, hi there, Bachelor number one.
Hi.
It's nice to meet you.
We'll see.
Okay. I have this thing about the truth. How do you feel about being open and honest?
Open and honest?
Yeah.
You got it. Okay.
Oh, that's great. Nice.
Basically, I'll take your heart, rip it out, and feed it to my dog.
Well, that's certainly honest.
And you'll certainly be open.
Yes, I will be. Bachelor number two, same question.
Gee, same question. That's a tough one.
Yes, but Bachelor number one did manage.
I would like nothing more than to be open and honest.
But you can't be?
I would like nothing more.
Then try it.
If I were in a position to do so, I would like nothing more.
Vague. Intriguing when it really shouldn't be. Okay, all right. Bachelor number three.
You're wonderful.
Oh, why, thank you.
No,
Yes.
thank you. Nothing vague there, is there?
No, not yet. Bachelor number three. My question is.
Oh, questions. There'll be time enough for that later.
But isn't that why we're here? I mean, this is a dating
Oh,
show.
stop. Dive. Don't you want to live?
Of course I want to live. I just have these few things.
This is how it works. You stay on top. You explore the surface, the whole surface. And once you've poked around every little inch, and neither one of us have gotten bored, maybe you'll get lucky and go down under. Savvy?
You know, without a little groundwork, I end up getting bitten in the ass.
Now, there's an image. Thank you for that. And you'll get the groundwork.
I say, surface?
Never miss, never worry.
Okay, well, thank you. Bachelor number one, and suppose I'm a bit of a romantic at heart.
I thought we covered your heart.
That we did. Okay, bachelor number two,
I'm married.
whoa, well, good for you. I guess that
And there's more.
Oh, okay.
I'm really closed off. Search for me if you want. But that way madness lies.
I guess that makes you married number one, and that makes bachelor number three, bachelor number two. Okay, I think I got that straight. Good. Bachelor number two, it used to be bachelor number three. Yes, the same question. I mean,
Oh, you romantics kill me. This is how it works. Everybody comes with baggage. With any luck, we'll have had our fun and become history. Long before anything human comes into it.
Well then. I did gain one bit of useful information from analysis. A need for truth, if not happiness, is rooted in repetition. A need for the familiar. We somehow choose what we're comfortable with, what we somehow already know. It's intriguing.
Control this, please.
Sure. Do you
Just
okay?
Not yet. There you go.
Oh my. So, do you wander into classrooms often, or is this just kind of okay? Aren't you Veronica Lake?
Well, I look like her. I'm named for her. But I am more or less your imaginary friend. Oh, not the evil kind, don't worry. Red rum, no.
Okay.
And don't worry, and you're not nearly nerdy enough to pal around with a 6 foot, 3.5 inch rabbit.
Actually, that was.
Oh, yes, I know, that was a puka.
Yes.
I'm your imaginary friend.
No, that's true. Wait a minute.
And don't worry, I don't go all Tyler Durden on you or anything. I did consider going large scale, but this being shoestring theater, we didn't have the budget or the room. No, I'm more your style, aren't I? A lazy-voiced, removed, mysterious, blonde bombshell, aren't I?
So that's what I am at heart, huh?
You may see yourself differently. Most people do, though not always accurately. My last client, for instance, he saw himself as benevolent, which he was. It helped offset his unhealthy need to be treated like a god and adored by his neighbors.
That sounds like Dad.
It was Dad. You're much like him.
No, I am nothing like Dad. I mean,
Seriously. I'm afraid I wasn't much help to him anyway, though the truth does sometimes simmer and explode. We live in hope after all, and I hope that you will bring about quicker results, because I'm not all that fun for you either.
what did I do? I'm just an average, normal gay guy.
That part I like.
Good.
I'm very popular with the gays.
I imagine you are, yeah.
But you lack character.
What do you mean? I mean, what kind? I mean, gay character? I mean, should I be more the effeminate? I mean, I have no directional tastes. I can't decorate. I'm so out of touch with being gay. I know that. I'm okay with it. Just if one is born aesthetically sterile, like myself, it is not nearly enough to have a sensitivity to the ridiculous. I mean, it's not. And for instance, I hated Will and Grace. I don't even know why NBC didn't just revive a minstrel act.
It's true, you are more the Frasier type.
Or
Like wit.
Maybe I could be one of the uber-masculine dudes. The Ayn Rands of the gay world, because by God, sports have to be in there to match the muscle on muscle, to acknowledge the totally self-satisfied.
Well, aren't you vocal this evening, stud?
Maybe, just maybe, I could act straight in public. Gentlemen's gentlemen. While privately sipping Chardonnay, crying to opera. But I hate opera.
You like Ness and Norma.
I love Ness and Norman. Who doesn't love Ness and Norman?
Just listen to it. The most beautiful piece of music ever, isn't it?
has a haunting quality, kind of a cry from the heart, wouldn't you say? An elevator ride from the soul to the souls on earth. And I'm not even talking about the words. The music alone represents truth, doesn't it? It's there in the notes that he sings, that depth of feeling that only truth can bring. And is truth ever messy if you think about it? Well, I mean, I suppose it can be if you're talking about thoughtless candor. I mean, if you walk up to someone and say, whew, you should really think about bathing once a year.
Yeah.
I mean, I admit, I myself have been tempted along those lines. It sounds like fun. But it's really just plain cruel. And that's not even the kind of truth you're talking about, is it?
No.
You're talking more about the kind. No, it's not even the kind. Not the kind that's all too painfully needed to humanize corrupt corporations, or the healthcare industry that's bleeding us dry,
Yeah,
or those deluded, self-hating homo, oh yes, I said it, homo, officials in Washington, D.C. that live high on the hog and don't even care if their own kind dies. No, you're talking about what you can take into your own hands, right?
Yes.
What you can do here and now.
Yes, something I can do something about. That's what I'm talking about.
You must tread lightly.
Okay, that makes
Gather
sense.
compassion into your heart, reserve judgment. Be willing to listen and say little. Be the source of calm that will remove all fear, and you will be the embodiment of love and truth.
And then walk on water and feed the masses? Who can do all of that?
I can.
But you're imaginary. You said so yourself.
I may be, but the truth isn't.
The truth, it just keeps coming back to the family thing.
I know.
It's strange.
Like a foreign film without subtitles.
Yes.
Like a Fellini film without subtitles.
Yes.
But without the bazooms and big butts.
You know, don't you?
I'm here to help.
The end is coming.
Well, an end is coming, but a beginning will follow, and you should be prepared.
But I don't know what to expect.
Keep a calm center. You know who you are, and you should take solace in that.
Take solace in being gay?
Well, since you mention it, come on, take your mind off things for a little while. Make it about you for a little bit. It's fun to be gay. Do you remember that? Did you ever even know that?
Yeah.
Should we show them?
Yes.
Let's do it then.
Yes.
I know who these people are. Somebody could have helped.
But you're the host.
I need assistance. Good evening, America, and welcome once again to that most delightfully Who Wants to Be a Homosexual? Show that comes your knowledge of esocentric and gay-friendly cinema to determine your eligibility for America's most controversial alternative lifestyle. I'm your host, Veronica Lake. Let's meet tonight's contestants. Contestant number 1, show yourself.
Hi, I'm Cindy. I'm a school teacher, mother of 2. They're actually out in the audience. May I?
No.
Okay, well, I enjoy a tasteful dinner and a lovely movie. And one of my earliest recollections would be a time when I was in college when I had my first sexual experience with my female roommate. She did move out the next morning.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. Okay, number 2, reveal yourself.
Hi, I'm Carl, business professional, married, alcoholic, father of 6. Not entirely sure how any of that happened. Deeply closeted, probably. I've never actually been with a man. I just think about it. A lot. And movies are my escape.
Ain't it the truth, Carl? All right, number 3.
I am the sun. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Woo!
The sun also rises. All right, are we ready to get started?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, question number 1. In which of the following 3 films does Betty Davis shoot a man in cold blood?
Ooh.
Is it A, Deception, B, The Letter, or C, Hush Hush, Sweet Charlotte?
Oh my God.
Okay. Cindy?
I think there's something wrong with my buzzer.
No, it's you.
Okay, I'm going to say Deception.
Have you even seen that movie?
No, but the title implies a gun.
Sounds like you've been skipping on your homework, Sin. You might have to sit this one out.
Homo says what?
What?
Carl!
Right. Hush, hush, sweet Charlotte. Wonderful movie, really. Dark, nasty.
Yeah, it's creepy stuff. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
We shall see. Sun!
She shoots a guy in all 3 films and does a bang-up job each time. Pew-pew!
Bang up, that she does. It's cute. Isn't he just adorable? I want to pinch his little cheek. Okay, sorry, that was a trick question. So let's move on to number 2. In which Camp Howlfest does Anne Margaret deliver a deliciously bad performance? Is it A, The Pleasure Seekers, B, Bus Riley's Back in Town, or C, Buzz?
Really?
C was going to be Kitten with the Whip. Thank you, Cindy, for buzzing in before the question's even over.
I loved her in that Elvis film.
Wasn't the question.
Right. Viva Las Vegas.
Stay on course here, Sin. Have you even seen these movies?
Well, no. But I did just dabble with every female roommate I ever had. But I don't really know why I'm here.
Well, you auditioned for us. And besides, you did wow us with knowledge of Judy Garland's musical
Oh,
trivia.
I love Judy Garland. I loved her in that.
You know what? You need to watch more films.
Yes.
Devour it. They absorb you. That's you.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Homo says what?
Correct!
Kitten with a whip. Just awful, really. But it's not her fault. She's given the nuttiest things to say. She's kind of sweet in The Pleasure Seekers. And she does show some early dramatic flair in Bus Riley.
All right. Did you get that all out, or do you have something else to say?
No, that'll do.
Well, okay. It's wrong. Son.
Oh my God, bad, and even more bad. It doesn't really stop with those 3 either. What she does in Bus Riley's is so bad, it should be a how-to on what not to do. I mean, in The Pleasure Seekers, she may be perky and voluptuous again when she brings the movie to a jaw-dropping freeze as she earnestly flamencos her way to the movie's theme music. And of course, there's always Kitten with a Whip. Oh my God, Kitten with a Whip! A personal wrong-handed fave of mine. Carl is right. She did turn into a fine actress, but if you weren't gay when you saw any of her early work, you could easily turn.
All right, good job.
Huh? Yes, this is... No? Okay.
That would be the game show gods telling us that it is time for Closet Corner. And that we have no choice but to do Closet Corner right now. Are you ready?
Yes!
Okay. Robert Aldrich, director of such macho classics as The Dirty Dozens, Flight of the Phoenix, and Attack with an exclamation point, also brought us some of the more bizarre films to have appealed to gays everywhere. The Legend of Lila Claire, The Killing of Sister George, And last, but my word certainly not least, whatever happened to Baby Jane? Do these latter films prove, beyond a doubt, that Aldrich was indeed a closeted homosexual?
Buzz!
Cindy buzzes in with what I'm guessing is a wrong answer.
Purely speculative.
All right, Cindy, the old curveball. Nice.
Thank you.
Stud, what's wrong? What's going on?
Being gay is harder than I thought. I'm really striking out here.
Oh, Carl, I'm sure it's going to be okay. I'm sure there's great consolation prizes, aren't there, Veronica?
Prizes? Seriously? Prizes? Don't you know, each of you, that you are your own best prize?
If she says so. Does that mean there are no real prizes?
Well, just for appearing on our show, each of you will receive unlimited use of the word fabulous.
Oh, this is great. I'll put it on my...
For you. There you go.
Well, that is something.
It's fabulous.
Sorry, that's just me being gay friendly.
Oh, thank you, sir. Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Such love. It's what the world needs now, isn't it, gang?
Yes.
Next up, film. Even better. For the homo worth his weight in oats. Whatever that means, it just rhymes. I'm going to give you the beginning of a film quote that you should be able to trip off your tongue. Finish the quote and tell us who made the line, infamous. Are you set?
Yes.
Quote number 1. Tina, bring me the soap! No, the shampoo! Really?
I don't know this one.
Son.
The axe Faye Dunaway and Mommy Dearest.
Oh, well, you know, I'm raising children and I'm working full-time.
Okay. Quote number 2. Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be, what?
I know this one.
Black ice?
Son.
It's going to be a bumpy night. Betty Davison, All About Eve. Guys,
Yes.
this is like gay.
Apparently it is.
All right, last quote, and it does not get much easier or gayer than this. And Jennifer, Ted, Mel, oh God, oh God, oh God, Neely O'Hara, the world loves me.
In Valley of the Dolls. Am I right?
You are. You have 2. You have 4. I'm sorry, Carl. You have no points. Boo for Carl. All right, last question. Which of the following 3 movies is the gayest film ever?
Oh my.
Is it A, Rocky Horror Picture Show? Pretty gay. B, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert? Or C, The 10 Commandments?
Buzz.
Cindy.
Now I think you're just being silly, aren't you?
Just being silly?
Veronica!
Just being silly? Or downright homosexual? That's what I thought.
Wow.
Okay.
I think it may be. I was just thinking about the 10 Commandments.
Oh, and Baxter.
Yeah.
Yes.
She does this really good bit in there. What part of the movie? I can't remember. It's somewhere towards the end, isn't it?
Campy and unintentionally funny even?
Yes, I think it makes gay people giggle.
It probably does.
Yes.
Listen to me, Ramses. You thought I was evil when I went to Moses? Well, I was. Shall I tell you what happened, Ramses? He spurned me like a strumpet in the street. I, Nefertiri, Queen of Egypt. All that you wanted from me, he would not even take.
Ooh, yes.
Honorable mention to me. Now it's time for the roundup. The It looks like Sun is in the lead with...
Veronica, if you don't mind, I'd like to concede to Cindy.
Well, this is unprecedented.
Yes, it may be, but I know I can go on to greater glory here on WWTBAH, but I am on my way, and I want to give all of my points so Cindy and Carl can continue on in the struggle.
Oh, that's so softly.
And as for me, Veronica, I wish you'd talk to your show's producers. I really think that the show's title is very 1950s. I mean, I am not merely a homosexual. I am a gay man. And, you know, I may have qualms with that term. I mean, gay. It's not always appropriate. I mean, think about it. Gay paleontologist. I mean, how would that go over in Berkeley? I mean, no. What are our alternatives? Festive? Marry. Lesbians, all right.
Lesbians are great.
Yeah. It sounds appropriate. Sensual. Pleasurable. Proud.
I'm a lesbian.
It's certainly better than queer. I mean, it just sounds so self-hating to me. I know we're supposed to own it and everything like that, but why own a negative? I mean, it's just so conflicted. We're always out there in these gay parades going, we're here, we're abnormal. I mean, I hate sending mixed messages. You can blame my family.
I do.
But truthfully, Veronica, I am on my way. So I would like to stand aside so Cindy and Carl can continue in the struggle. And, all right, I'll admit it, the gay history of cinema.
It's very sweet of him. Very sweet.
Oh my gosh, bravo, Sun, bravo. Seriously.
Oh,
Man. All right, then. Some of this stuff? In that case, Cindy, Carl, are you guys willing to come back next week and forge ahead to utter gayness?
Yes.
Thank you. Well, then, to those of you out there, tune in again next week when we will ask the question, who wants to be gay?
I work with my hands. I build home interiors. I build mostly for storage. I'm known for my precision, my attention to detail, my willingness to go the extra mile. Good word passes down. My reputation precedes me. It still surprises me when I start a new project and I'm welcomed in at the start, like I'm family. More than surprises me, really. Recently, it's made me uncomfortable, self-conscious. I just haven't been keeping up. I've had too much to keep up with. My wife thinks I hate my main job. She thinks that's why I throw myself into community work in my own time. The truth is, the boys were getting older. I wasn't needed as much. They weren't filling up my time like they had before. And now, one comes to dinner on Sundays, and the other, the truth. I got scared. To be someone that you're not, present that face to the world 24/7, it's just more than I could handle. Maybe that's why I keep my younger son at a pleasant distance. And the older boy, he saw me drop my guard when I made a mistake. Now we don't talk. What do you do when the face that you present to the world just is not your true self? What do you do when none of this makes sense? But you still love your boys so much that you could cry? And in a way, you even still love your wife. What do you do when none of this should have happened to any of us.
It's one thing to tell the truth, it's another to assess the consequences. What is a person willing to pay?
We were sitting down at dinner, everything was fine. And suddenly out of nowhere, Mom, what is wrong? Is it something that I said? I mean, I don't...
It's nothing that you said, it's nothing that's ever been said.
What are you doing?
You two have lots to talk about.
Like what?
Oh, no. I will not be thought stupid. I have waited until arrangements could be made, and they're made. I can leave. I can leave now.
Mom, I want to hear what you have to say.
There isn't anything to say, honey. Your brother said it first, by leaving. Maybe I can repair some of that damage if I follow his lead.
That was a mistake.
What? Tell me, how was something that our son saw with his own eyes was a mistake? Your father was seen.
I am not.
You are not what? Can I tell you something?
Sure.
Because I can feel the pretense just fall away as I speak. We have carried this around needlessly. And I shared with you in that pot, but I will no longer share.
I am not homosexual.
No, Kyle. No one in this town thinks you are, public or private. A man can be anything he wants to be outside. That's what he wants. But inside, personal choices matter so that the rest of us can decide whether or not we want to face them. You have courage, son. Talk to Dad.
Can you start your day wondering what hell will come? And before you know it, it's here. Meaningless meanings, lifelessness in life. Somewhere in there you just disappear. So you try, you try, putting your best foot forward, 'cause you hope to God for proof that you exist. I am my imaginary friend. I am my imaginary friend.
Looks like I need to look for an apartment, so to speak.
What are you talking about?
I think that this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Son, Danny,
I'm here, Dad.
I'm the inadvertently absent. I'm Danny's older brother. And everybody who knows what happened, not that many know, but they think I'm still hung up on that one thing that I saw, which was enough. I went into a room that was dark and shadowy, but I could still just make out that my dad was in there. He's not alone. He's up real close against another person that I can't quite see, but I can tell it's another man. They hear a sound, straighten up fumbling, belt buckle sounds, for cripe's sake. Stupid really when people get even more obvious. But what's Dad gonna do? Oh, come on, son. Come right on in. This gentleman and I were just comparing zippers, you know, like people do. Didn't gross me out. Hell, Danny's gay. I'm fine with that. But Danny's always been Danny. And I could trust him. I can still trust him. But my dad, family man, not a big talker maybe, but bike rides in the country, fishing, swimming, shooting hoops. The man taught me how to build things, how to be fair, not be prejudiced. He taught me how to respect people, respect women. Some people think all that makes me kind of a catch. I can deal real well with assholes, with people who are nice or seem genuine. Deal with anything that's bad. But those people who are obvious and really they're just idiots, they're just going to have to wait it out. My girlfriend says to me the other day, how will I know when you really trust me? I thought that was a good question.
Of course, that whole dinner, that whole evening could have played out differently. Not like something that I have to analyze or dig through. Or something cold, cruel, what we think of as emotional rights. Could have played out just fine. Not that it would have, not in a million years.
Oh, that was a wonderful meal, Mother.
Why, thank you, dear.
Perfection.
My gosh, your father can certainly pour it on.
Just got good at it, I guess, when I...
Felt guilty.
Yes.
And don't I know it, Danny? You know, your father used to say, in a certain light, I looked like Ava Gardner.
Now I meant that, dear.
Oh, now don't you start to. Well, okay, dinner's over. So,
You go ahead, dear.
no, we spoke about this, head of the household.
Okie doke. Danny, your mother and I have talked about this. And the thing is, I like boys.
Whoa, boys!
Oh, no, not boys.
Yes, that's funny.
Not boys.
Men,
Oh, thank God.
Men.
Wait, men?
no, men. Men like you, Danny. You know, young, mature, whenever possible. Men, certainly not the young. Well, the prepubescent, I'd have a thing or 12 to say about that.
I should think.
Well, anyway, that's not the case, so...
No, it certainly isn't.
Okay, Danny. Your father and I, we made a mistake.
No, not a mistake.
No, that's not quite the word for it, is it, dear?
No, it isn't.
Oh, what is another word for mistake? That isn't quite so harsh.
I'm not sure there is one.
Really?
Really?
There must be.
Mom,
There's
Dad,
got to be another.
I don't think my brother and I take it personally at all.
Oh.
No, it's, you guys probably didn't plan it this way. It's okay. It just happens. It's just,
Wow. That was a real screw up.
Oh, yes. Danny, your mother and I enjoy having your brother and you around, but this was a botched job.
Foo-bah, baby.
A total faux pas.
Faux pas, false dad paw, get it?
Oh, I get it.
oh, thank God. You guys are okay with this. There's no blame or anything.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Oh.
The buck's gotta stop somewhere, honey. Okay, dibs on my part. I was a passive-aggressive locomotive. But then again, your father has been a bastard for years. Right, Dib? Is it okay to say
Yes,
bastard?
bastard is what I was.
Good. He's been a bastard through and through through no fault of his own, to all of us,
Yes, living a lie.
and leaving us all completely clueless.
But if it's through no fault of his own, then why is he a bastard? I mean,
Excellent question, and I'll get to that.
Of course you will.
Do you have my glasses? No. Okay, I don't really need them.
okay.
Oh, let's see. The mind, Daniel, the brain,
Sure.
is vastly underappreciated. Vastly.
Yes.
What the brain needs is, where it's housed from, is what I want to say, in the body.
Okay.
And it interacts with the brain. And the brain is there to have perfect truth.
Truth, yes.
And what the brain needs is nutritious food to keep everything in balance.
Sure,
You know, nourishment, exercise. When we stretch, for example, everything in us comes alive. Everything becomes electric. You know, the brain just moves with the body. Anyway, where am I? Okay. So, when we lie, it's programmed for the truth. Nothing but the truth. Just the truth. So when we lie, it breaks down. It's just not programmed for that. So the brain goes into kind of a shock wave. Kind of a, what the fuck, if you will.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, and then conflict enters. And conflict is an unwelcome, foreign entity.
But Dad, you never seem conflicted for a minute.
Oh, he was good at that. That's where the bastard part comes in.
It was a different time, Danny. It wasn't uncommon for somebody to hide themselves by marrying a woman.
Right. But today, the, what are they called? The postings for on CL, they're just crawling with married men.
CL?
Craigslist.
Mom, you look at the men for men postings on Craigslist?
Oh, I do. I love it. I love how they call them casual encounters. It's almost quaint.
You at least read the women's ads, right? I mean,
Oh, I do, but it's less entertainment. I heard a really good one the other day, or I read it. Let's see, how did it go? New to this, but I want to be used and abused for your pleasure. I'll get as dirty as you like. I have no limits, but I don't kiss. Isn't kissing a limit? Oh well. Jane Austen wasn't big on kissing either, so there goes the romance.
Yes, kissing would mean you're gay.
You know, it's really interesting how use and abuse is guy stuff, but the kissing is gay. You know, there are a lot of sick tickets out there, dear heart. I'm certainly glad that we, inadvertently, raised you to be a simple, healthy homosexual.
thank you.
I mean, look at you. You're just strong and handsome and ready to meet somebody, some nice fellow to settle down with.
Oh, I don't want to get married, guys. It's not...
Oh, I hope it's nothing we've done.
No, it's not anything you and Dad have done. It's just a personal thing. It's okay.
If you don't want marriage, then what do you want?
Role models?
I hear that.
Oh, well, you know, I understand that. I mean, it's not easy when all you have are RuPaul and Ellen telling you to love yourselves. My gosh, you people have just been given so little. It's no wonder everything your father is hiding all the time, because everything points directly to society.
Listen to your mother, Danny.
I'm listening.
This world sucks. Okay, Danny, that's it in a nutshell. gospel nutshells that we ever could have. That's it. This world sucks. Oh, we could be all Aunt Frank about it, I suppose. Oh, I truly believe that people are still very good at heart. Baloney. If that were the case, why would your father have spent all these years trying to hide from all of this, I don't know, what do you call it, dear?
Shit-filled society?
Yeah, that sounds right. Shit-filled society.
And it certainly was shit-filled from time to time.
Yes, it was.
Dad, when did you know you were gay?
Oh, long before he married me.
Well, this is something.
No, dear. Carrot cake for dessert would be something.
That sounds delicious.
Just a simple added attraction is what I've made. You'll be pleased.
Well, okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah, of course okay.
Great.
Good. Maybe we can have some of that carrot cake for dinner?
Yes, maybe, but
Why don't you go get it, dear?
so you're all right with this?
I'm okay with this. I'm very okay with this. I'm just a little surprised, that's all.
Really? You? Surprised of all
What part of this?
people.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear.
It just
Okay.
caught me off guard. I don't know.
Well, I think now that we've gotten this all out in the open, maybe we should have that carrot cake, dear.
Okay.
Thanks, Mom.
You sure you're okay?
Danny, I'm going to go help your mother with the carrot cake.
Okay.
But isn't it nice when it's civilized and people just face facts?
Yes.
Except for when I saw your son, dearly, in the shed. That was embarrassing.
Oh, yes, dear.
Okay, we'll go.
Of course. Wasn't civilized. No facts were faced. In minutes, Mom was gone. And the house sat empty. It was official. The silence that was in our home became the silence that became our home. I came back the next night to check on Dad, and it got late, he wasn't home yet. I came back the following night. This time I even packed a bag of clothes, and there, sitting on the kitchen table, was his cell phone.
He doesn't have his phone.
No, he doesn't.
Maybe he forgot it.
No, I don't think so.
Well, what were you thinking?
Veronica, life is very confusing.
Wrong answer.
But it is.
It certainly is the wrong answer.
I don't know what you want from me.
Less than you think, actually. Keep it simple. You know, even if the writer of this play thought he'd have a bigger budget to work with, he'd still be telling you what I'm telling you now. Less is more.
But I'm worried about it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But you know what? Clear your mind. You don't know anything anyway. You wouldn't know where to look. And you can't fix everything. He knows where to find you.
Yes. Yes, it does.
I'm the kind of guy who likes a guy like me. Not the kind you look in the mirror and he looks like your kind of guy. That's creepy shit. No. I like a guy with confidence. Confidence, you know, you can look long and hard to find a guy with confidence. You could hop a train, find a guy like that. He's naughty. What do you call those guys? I don't know, gay queen or something. Anyway, so I'm at my favorite dive, the Come and Get It. You come, but you know, the come is spelled the regular way. Relax. Relax. Spelled the regular way. The owner's got a dash of class, still a cesspool. Anyway, you come, and in the back room you get it. So, I'm parked at the front of the bar so I can scope out the front door. And in comes some kind of wonderful. A little livelier than he is right now. Here comes Mr. Wonderful. He comes walking in like he just found out about some new gadget called gay sex. And he's gonna get himself some of that. I know the regulars, and he ain't one of them. And he ain't confident. He looks excited and scared at the same time. But he looks over at me, so I call him over. We start talking. Tells me everything you guys have all just seen. I love that dating game. Ain't that the truth? Anyway, this guy here, he just keeps talking and talking and talking. So finally I said, dude, you're talking to the wrong guy. You need to call
Who?
him. Your son.
I don't want to talk to him.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, I don't have my cell.
Well, goshy, looky what I got.
Thanks.
Hello?
Danny,
Dad, where are you?
you answered my cell.
Apparently, where are you?
Why did you answer my phone?
Well, it was sitting here on the table. It rang, so I answered it. Are you meaning to call me, or did you want to talk to yourself?
I was expecting to go to voicemail.
Which makes even less sense. Dad, listen,
Danny, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was about to. I'm at someone's house. I borrowed his cell to call my cell to make it look like...
Dad, it's okay.
No, it's not okay. I'm so tired of this.
Of course you are.
Tell me what to do.
What do you mean?
I mean that when I'm alone with myself, I don't know how to do anything else. I'm just so tired of this.
But Dad, everything's out in the open now. You don't have to hide.
But I've hurt you all so much, and I don't know what to do.
Listen, Dad, I talked to someone, someone who advises me.
You're back in therapy?
Oh God, no, nothing like that. Thank God, no. Just a friend. And I talk about me and about family. And I know I push when I think I don't have answers, and I push when I think people need to do things, and I've been told I need to listen more.
But I didn't have any intention of talking.
Well, maybe not before, but maybe you do now?
Yes, I suppose so.
Dad, just come home.
All right, I'll come home.
Good. I packed a bag. I can stay here a while. It'll be okay.
Good. This friend of yours sounds like someone good to know.
I think so.
Danny, I don't know any of your friends. Maybe you'll introduce me to this one.
You two will meet. Where am I? Where am I?
Well, if you insist. It's peaceful out here, isn't it? I love it here. At sea, but on course. The endless horizontal stretch. Bright, clear sky, clean air, unsullied. I love that word. Unsullied. Like a man, freshly showered, shaved, and scented. With a frame just big enough to get your arms comfortably around. Murmuring low how he could not be happier or more truthful.
Enough about men. And the truth.
Oh, come on. This is a dream sequence and you love those.
That's true.
At least this one isn't film noir. I got you out of that twisted, shameful place, didn't I?
Yes. Thank you. Well, I guess Dad's happier.
Yes, and in time, Mom will be too. Look.
Hi, Danny. Hi, Veronica.
Hi, guys.
How's it going?
Good.
Good.
Good. Speaking terms.
Yes, speaking terms.
That's great.
Yes. The urge to randomly slap him isn't quite so palpable right now.
Oh, good. Are you two living together?
Oh, no.
Okay.
But we shop.
And talk.
Yes. And you know, Dad has always been very good. He knows my skin tone, and he's great with accessories.
Oh, I did not get
Yes. So anyway, we're watching a movie, right, dear?
Yes, we'll call you for dinner sometime. We've got to get back. We're watching Kitten with a Whip.
Oh, well,
Kitten with a Whip. Got you there.
Yeah,
He's
you're
I'm so glad to see his humorous side again. Anyway, Danny, enjoy your dream sequence.
So long, you two.
Bye.
Bye.
I love you.
See what happens when people center themselves and don't use roadblocks?
Center?
In me, and what makes things easier. Easier to remember, and far less imaginary.
People do the best they can, I guess.
It's true. So do ants. They're industrious little motherfuckers, you know? But I'm just glad that I don't have to worry about this sort of thing happening to you.
You don't?
No. You want me to badly. I'm irresistible to you. Can't say I blame you. Entre nous, sometimes I look so good to myself. I'm only sorry I can't actually have me.
Thank you all for coming. It means a whole lot to all of us. Hope you enjoyed the show. Have a good evening. We have one more show at 8 o'clock in case anyone wants to spread the word. Spread it away.